another edition of Project Dees Nutz. I've gotten literally thousands of requests. Thousands. From both of my subscribers. I realized that I had 4 or 5 projects in one video, and you had to watch 10 videos to see the end result. By that time, you didn't much care anymore. So what I did was I went back and I digitally remastered these projects all into one. So like these beer cans up here, you're gonna see how I do those. This is my first video, so just remember I wasn't edit savvy like I am now, you know. So camera is the wrong way, and I apologize for that, but there's nothing I can do about it now. So we're gonna put that together all in one video. So it's all going to be all the beer cans. And then I'm also going to be doing the mosaic table. That one took like months. He scattered all over YouTube. The garbage picked coffee table. Shabby chic beach cottage table. We're going to do that one. So I'm going back, redoing all these, re-editing them all. I actually went out, I still want to do that cork. I want to do a cork tray, for a cork serving tray. I went to 3-4 different resale stores, couldn't find one. Also learned, people, you gotta smash the bell. Smash the bell, man. Ring it, ring it, ring it. That way, especially in these times when I'm running behind and I can't post every Friday like I used to, you're gonna know when I put a new video out. Oh, and for those faithful 2 people who follow me, you're gonna like it because I edited out all the ums, the basicallys, the uhs, and the ands, and all the other words that I say a lot of. Let's get to it. Hey everybody, it's the first edition of Dees Nutz. Dees as in me, Uncle D, and Nuts is I do projects that take a long time. I'm gonna plan on making a bar sign / picture. So what I want to do is flatten the cans, find the cans, and then remove the tops and the bottoms. The easiest way I found to do this, and this is gonna get loud, and I really hate when people do videos that are loud, but it won't take long. So this is how I do it. It's harder to do with one hand. Now I'm going to pop that top off. With this 8th grade project hammer from shop class. Top comes off. Now I got to get this ring off. Here, you look for the seam, pliers, or wire cutters, comes right off. So now I have an empty can. With these cans, these are actually cool. I got about a dozen or so of these, and they're all different. They're all celebrating different breweries from back in the day. And it's actually one picture and 2 stories on each side. Put it in a frame. Make a frame, make it look cool, rustic, like an old bar, and try to sell it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second installment of Dees Nutz. Alright, I wanted to run over a couple things I found out yesterday. I cut the top, cut the bottom off. You saw that yesterday. The quality of the video was far from great, so I'm pre-recording and then I'll post. On an aluminum can, you can use straight up scissors. I've used these on about 25 cans, not a problem, still sharp. On the steel cans, such as this antique Schlitz can, you're gonna need tin snips. Or if you have a cool nephew like me that bought me these for Father's Day one time way back when, I still use them. These things will cut anything, I mean anything, I've shaved concrete with them and they're still sharp. They're actually designed for opening up those plastic packages that when you buy stuff at the store, you can never open them. This cuts it beautifully, opens them up. I like it that. Alright, so I'm going to find the seam on the can. You're going to cut it up. And what you want to do is on most cans, there's a little lip to the caps. You need to cut that lip off in order for it to lay flat. You cut that off first. On this aluminum can, the edge was pretty clean, so I don't have to do anything there. But on this one, I don't know if you could tell, there is a little lip there. So I'm going to cut that right to that green line so it matches the bottom a little better. Half quarts are a little tougher than the regular size cans on the scissors because they tend to flex too much. So there you go. Cut a little piece off. Now you're ready to flatten. Ah, I found out some other things. See that? Those spots on there? That's old beer. When you flatten it, it gets real sticky like glue. So you want to clean the inside and outside before you iron it. Another tip, the iron does not work on tin cans. So I'm going to have to come up with something for that. And another thing, I thought by putting some steel blocks down, putting the can on that with the aluminum on top, it would heat from top and bottom and it would flatten faster. Not so. Didn't flatten at all. So you do need some type of cardboard to flatten on. I don't know why. So let's clean that up real fast. Little alcohol. Don't get it too close to your iron because it's set on linen and it's very hot. And it'll start a fire. Because if there's anything on the outside, it's when you heat it, it's going to burn it. So any kind of dirt or sugars or anything like that, it's going to leave a burn mark and then you can't get it off. Okay, so now I got my Rheingold. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put my foil on top. And then I'm going to take my $3 iron and I'm just going to hold it there. The videos I saw, the guy was ironing actually, and he wasn't using a piece of foil. He was just using the iron itself. And if there's any kind of imperfection on the bottom of that iron, it's going to scratch the paint right off the aluminum. So I prefer just doing it this way. Just move it around, and your cardboard's going to smoke because it's really hot. Usually takes about, I don't know, 2 minutes maybe to totally flatten out. I'm just putting a little pressure on it. Oh, and it's good to have a rubber hammer because if there are dents, like some of my cans I garbage picked, so they were like super dented. This helps that out. Once you got the can open, you turn it over on something hard and make a nice, less imperfection, perfect imperfection, if you know what I mean. Another thing, when you're done, don't touch it. It's going to be hot. My tweezers. And that should be good. I don't even think that was 2 minutes. And voila. These cool cans that I want to use, they don't flatten. Try them on a piece of metal and pounding them out slowly. It doesn't work. I'm guessing if you had one of those cool metal rollers, just stick it in there and crank it around. I don't have one of those. So what I'm going to do is put it on the wood and just nail it in 3 places. Because I've got 14 of these, I'm going to make 2 taller pictures, and I'm going to put them one on top of the other, and then I'll frame those out. Hopefully somebody buys them. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes, baby! Taking pictures when I should be videoing. So, I found out a way to do the tin cans. Awesome. Worked awesome. Remember in the last video I said you want to get like a double roller to roll it through? Made me think. I got something like that. A rolling pin. It works great. So let me show you how to do it. First off, you need the tin snips. Go figure. You're gonna cut the seam. I already took the top and bottom off. And I don't know why, but once you cut this, you can use regular scissors. You know what? I'm gonna use the Joey shears. From now on, they're called the Joey shears. They just work a lot better. Cutting down the seam. Also, I torch. And I torched some plywood I had. Some cedar fencing. I ripped that down into some strips for the frame. Fired those bad boys up. And I'm now in the process of I think I'm on coat 3. Hopefully 4 coats will do it. So okay, there it is. So you cut your edges, you cut your seam off. Now you got your round tin. This was so cool. I don't know how he think of this stuff. I'm a freaking genius, let me tell you. I should be making like millions of dollars a year. Can you see this? You're gonna hold the can up, smush it up as far as you can. Don't slide your fingers because you'll cut them. Tightly, I'm pushing down and I'm rolling it. And I like to roll the seam a bunch of times. That way. This one's probably not going to come out as good as the first one did. And again, I did this Schlitz and realized I wasn't recording. I was just on a picture again. So it's a learning curve. Yeah, learning curve. So you're gonna roll it out, and that's not too bad. Came out pretty good. And then you can just kind of give it a little extra if it needs it. And again, it's much easier to clean it after you do this flattening. Just make sure you don't have any burrs on the edges. I had enough plywood for probably 4 of them. So I'll take you over there and show you those. These are the boards that I'll be putting them on. And they came out pretty darn good. Like I say, I'm working on the 3rd coat there on these, and then the 4th coat on the framing. I left all the holes in it too. This is probably a better picture for you. Looks pretty cool. So that's it for today's informational video on what you can do with a beer can when you got nothing to do with a beer can. Alright? Hello, loves. You know what time it is? It's time for Dees Nutz. Let's put some nuts on the barbie, shall we? Alright, so what I've done. Ooh. Ah, lovely Carol Merrill. Showing you what's behind box number 2. Alright, so what I did was I drilled little holes, pre-drilled holes. Drill it on a piece of wood or something. It comes out better. You don't have such bigger burrs. drill your holes out. Daryl, why such a small hammer? Because you don't want to get overzealous and beat the crap out of your cans. So I lay it out, make sure I got enough room everywhere. Put a little more up there. I'm trying to do this fast so you don't get bored. I'm not going to bore you with me nailing these. As you're nailing, I go across and then I lay the center down, nail the center, and then push out the corners and nail each of those corners. And the reason I pre-drill the holes is because if you just try to drive the nail through, it'll go through, but you're gonna dimple the can. So, who's there? Now, the frame. I think I swallowed a fly. I labeled these so because it was taking so long to do everything, I wanted to make sure that everything was lined up the way it was. You could do it whatever way you want. You know what I thought would look cool with this too? If you're doing a nautical beer theme, you could do a nice thick rope around the outside for a frame also. I didn't want to make so much like a shadow box, so I'm putting it into the center of the frame. Luckily, these pieces of wood make it almost perfectly centered. How does he do it? I don't know. And my my boards are kind of warped, so it's a little challenging. But you know, gotta have challenges in life. Alright, shoot me a nail. Boom, baby! Sounded like Bill Clinton there. Oh, baby, you know what I like. Alright, I'm gonna leave that one. I'm not gonna, because it's pulled away a little bit. Like I say, it's warped, so I'm gonna leave that for now. Oh. Holy free holies. As my wife would say, not good, dude, not good. Well, we're like really far off for some unknown apparent reason. Do a couple nails here and then I'll cut the scene a bra. Oh, mommy. Mommy dearest, how many times have I told you no metal hangers? I just realized I put it in upside down. Come on, Johnny, you can do it. Don't wreck it. Okay, so I'm really smooching the pooch. I put the wrong side on, and I cut down one of the top pieces, and now the side is a hair short. It's a pretty big hair. Looks like I'm gonna have to cut my board. 5 hours later. Good carpenter knows how to hide his mistakes. I made plenty here. I've nailed everything up. Now, gotta fill the holes. I'm using a putty that doesn't match. Doesn't matter. I'll show you a trick. You fill these holes. Filling the holes with Minwax wood putty. Won't shrink, won't harden. and can be sealed. So then once you're done with that, you take your dry cloth and you wipe everything off. Then once you're done with that, scratch fix. It's basically a marker. You see that? Just dab it. It's gone. Okay. And then you're going to wipe that off too. Once you're done with that, you're pretty much done. What I'm going to do is, on the other one I did, I'll show you in a second. Once I got done, I put another fresh coat of varnish on it just to get rid of the imperfections and stuff. And because these are tin and they will rust, I put a thin coat over the cans themselves. So there you have it, kids. This one is done. See how shiny that can is? Oh yeah! Look, that thing sure is shiny there. It almost blind me. These are 3 foreign ones. Germany, Scotland, and I'm not sure the other one. But like I say, I think I'm going to start selling these. These are great man cave items. When I get the other ones put together, I'll give you a look at that right here. These are the 2 large beer can signs. Those came out really cool. I put the top of the cans on the top here. It's really hard to function the camera like this because I have such quality equipment on set. They were can opener tops that they put on them. And again, these were 1978 and 79, and they were done by the Huber Brewery Company. I believe they were in Monroe, Wisconsin. So these came out really nice. I'm like really impressed with these. Hope to sell these for big bucks. If anybody's interested, shoot me a DM. Welcome back to the Nut Ward. I look like that sergeant. All right, lighten up, Francis. And anybody calls me Francis, I'll kill you. The next one I'm doing is I'm going to do the resin tropical coffee table with the mosaic plates and the last puzzle my mom built before she passed away. We're going to do that. I'm going to re-edit that one and combine that into one so you can see. Again, this is all, it's a learning curve, still learning curve. Putting it all together, one video, start to finish, you see. So, you know, stay tuned, watch these. I think you'll enjoy them. My brother's been riding me about all the times I say basically. He's like, my God, you say basically like every other basic word. I know that's probably pretty irritating, so I'm editing those out. So if you see a lot of glitches in the video, that's why. Hope you enjoy the remix and ring the bell. I found out you gotta ring the bell, man. Ring the bell is the most important thing. Next is subscribe. I need subscribers. Thirdly, I need watch time. There's a little old lady out there posted a video. She's the most irritating woman I've ever seen in my life. In 2 days, she had 41,000 views. How do they do it? Maybe I should just dress like an old man. Oh, welcome to Project Dees Nutz. As always, everybody, God bless you. Have a great day. May the Lord bless you and your family. Keep you safe. Adios.